Yo, what it do? It's your boy Jae Spillz. I'm in the studio right now. We releasing the. I say it's my last album. Piece de Resistance album. The whole concept behind it is with Piece de Resistance just meaning my greatest work to date. I feel like this album pretty much sums it all up. You know what I'm saying? 11 tracks. I got a lot of just straight spitting type tracks. A couple of personal tracks I did on there in regards with my family and whatnot. And it's just one of them. It's just one of them type of albums. Probably my best work to date. The first track, the intro track. On a lot of my albums and mixtapes, I do the same shit. I do a little intro rap right before the album. So with this one, I kind of took it back. From when I first started rapping, my influences. I picked up a lot of my influences on the intro track. You know what I'm saying? I did. I just talked about everything, how I led up into how I really got into this music full time. You know what I mean? I talked about going back home to the Philippines, which I'll talk about a lot. Just pretty much how it came all full circle with the music and everything. So that's what the intro is. Pretty dope track. That's the story behind that. The next track is called Mob Taz, featuring Amen. It's been a few years since me and Amen been in the studio. It's always gonna be fam and whatnot. Life just got in the way of everything, and we finally were able to get in the studio and lock it down and get something out. So we did Mob Taz. Just speaking about our run, our run that we had, the Third World Council business, we just came on it. If you listen to the lyrics on that joint, it's hot. That's pretty much what that is. Been doing this thing for a minute. It felt good to get back in the studio with him to record, and so we got Mob Ties. It's out right now. You can pre-order the album, and you get an instant download to the track. You know what I mean? So that's what that is, Another big standout joint on the album is the Piece de Resistance, the album song. Produced by my man Flavor Maddox from Q York. Big up to Flavor. He produced pretty much 60% of the album. Big shout out to him for holding me down on this project, And so he came along with this one, and Piece de Resistance came out, And I pretty much, just the track itself, I just talk about, being at the time in my life, at the age where I'm at right now. Been rapping for like almost like 2 decades now. Been rapping. I'm just at this point now with how the game is now, how the rap game changed, and certain styles are different, and I never switched it up. I've always kept the same style I've always had. You can hear my influences on a lot of my fucking music. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Piece de Resistance is all about. I came in with the witty wordplay. The wordplay was dope on both verses. The rhyme scheming was dope. And that's just pretty much the album title track. And we're shooting a music video for that one, so that'll be the first release single video off of the album. You know what I'm saying? But you should definitely check that track out. That track is banging. So another big song we had on the album was Against the World, featuring my son Elijah. His stage name goes by Sincere. This is his second professional track that he's done, and probably the most radio friendly track on the album. And the album really hits home. It's it's very personal to me, very personal to my son, and with music, it's always a dope outlet to have to speak on these things that are on your mind. You know what I'm saying? So but against the world, you know, I spoke in terms of my relationship with Elijah's mom, you know, and the fact that he doesn't see her too often. I spoke amongst that, and then, you know, my son came in on the second verse, and he pretty much just broke down, and you know, he spoke about how he was feeling, and in regards to his mom's, and, you know, just life in general, you know. So it's a very deep track, not ain't no type of club song or anything like that. Just some deep shit that we put together, since, you know, he's been showing more interest in getting in the studio and recording music. So who knows, you know, maybe down the road, you know, maybe, yeah, you know, maybe something fucking big will pop off with him, with this music shit, you know what I'm saying? So that was that's probably a very big tune on the album, you know. Joint Best Friend, you know, I wrote it, you know, it's regards to my father, rest in peace, to my dad. I just spoke about, you know, the first verse about everything that led up to his death in the hospital, how he was feeling. Second verse, I spoke about, you know, post after his death, how we were feeling that first night, you know, the shit that was going through my mind. And the third verse, I spoke about, you know, his funeral and the things that he did prior to his death, like making peace with a lot of people, that a lot of his friends that he no longer spoke with. You know, he would call them up in the hospital and, you know, just make peace with them, because I think he felt that his time was coming and he wanted to have a clean slate before he left this earth, you know. So a lot of personal shit on this track. It hits home every time I listen to it, every time I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Very, very personal and very close to me, the song, you know, called Best Friend. It's definitely a standout track on the album. You know, I kind of take you on a whole ride in terms of, you know, everything that happened, everything that went down with my father and whatnot. So it's definitely a track to look out for on the album. You know, another standout song on the album that was very close to me was the song Family Affair. You know, I go into depth with, I mean, a lot of the shit that went down after my pops passed, with my extended family, my dad's family, my cousins, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, I mean, it changed a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I didn't disrespect my family in the track or anything like that. I just spoke what was really on my mind at the time when I wrote it. Just, you know, just 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes of just straight spitting, no hooks. Just wanted to get a whole bunch of shit off my fucking chest with that track. And you know, I really take you into depth of like what was going on in my life at that time after my pops passed away. And you know, it's just, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a standout track, I would say, on the album. Definitely something very personal to me, right? You know? But yeah. Then in terms of the album, Piece de Resistance, you know, I already told you about, you know, the whole concept of it, you know, being my best piece of my best work to date. You know, I call it a masterpiece. I believe it's a masterpiece. Probably my favorite album / mixtape that I've done. This is probably number 14th studio album. Yeah. So, you know, this is probably definitely my favorite one that I've done. A lot of personal shit, you know. Production wise, we got DJ Flavomatic's Q York on the beat. He produced like more than half of the album, you know. I got beats from a lot of American producers, NY Bangers, you know, they're the same producers, the same dudes that produced Young M.A.'s Ooh joint. I got beats from a whole bunch of other producers that I've worked with in the past on this. I personally didn't produce anything myself on this album. You know, I just wanted to strictly focus on the writing and, you know, the putting together the album. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean? I mix and mastered here in the studio, our in-house studio. You know what I mean? Executive produced by Randy Freese. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, November 15th, be available on all streaming outlets: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Napster if you still use that shit. All online. You know, hard copies will be available. You know, you can DM me and hit me up if you are interested in hard copies. You know, but yeah, this will probably be my last solo project. At least I have planned. You know, I do have another collaborative project coming out next year with the homie Dub, F-Dub. What up? So be on the lookout for that. Real Recognized Trill. That album's already in the works, you know, but in terms of solo studio projects, this is probably going to be my last one. I just feel my catalog is overstacked, and I mean, I just got a shitload of music out right now, you know, so I really wanted to go out with a bang. I feel like this album is definitely going out with a bang. Professional sounding quality, you know, concept-wise, beat selection wise, the producers, everything was just on point with this album. It worked out to be perfect. No problems, didn't run into no problems or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So November 15th, you can pre-order that shit now on online. It's on Apple Music, it's on iTunes. You can just look for Jae Spillz Piece de Resistance. You can pre-order it. You get the Mob Ties featuring me and Amen instant download on that. And yeah, that's what it is, yo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, be on the lookout. Piece de Resistance, the music video will be out also too the same day we drop the album. So you know, we still working, you know what I'm saying? Third World Council and all that shit. Heavyweight Jae Spillz. You know what I'm saying? We got Randy Freese in the building right now too. So yeah, it is what it is, yo. Catch you on the next one though. Alright?